Welcome to the Thunder Hour Podcast, hosted by Trey Hamilton and produced by Leaf Dietrich. Welcome back to Thunder Hour Podcast. This is now, believe it or not, episode 7 of what's been an excellent ride so far for Leaf and I. We've been really enjoying ourselves. We're having a great time doing this. But yeah, it's crazy to think we're already 7 episodes into this thing. I know even in the summer when the two of us were chatting about doing the podcast, I don't think we foresaw it going to the point where it's been at, and the support we've had and the love we've got from the players and the fans. And I mean, shout out to you guys. You guys do a great job supporting us and, you know, asking us to continue to do our best. And for you guys, we continue to do our best. That's our promise to the fans of the Tillsonburg Thunder, the players within the organization, my colleague Bill Ryan. You guys, we do this for you guys, and we really enjoy doing it. So yeah, this is episode 7 of Thunder Hour. I'm just going to do a quick briefing of what we're going to be talking about today. But Leaf, first of all, how are you doing today, Leaf?
Oh, I'm great. Honestly, it's good to be back. Good to be back recording and in studio with you.
It's Leaf. So yeah, we are 7 episodes deep, and luckily for us, this month, the Thunder are playing exclusively at home, except for one brief road trip to Delhi, so not a lot of travel for us, which is going to be awesome. Not a lot of travel for the guys. And we have the support of Thunder Nation right in our back pocket. And you were there, Leaf, in the seats. I was calling the game on Saturday. It was an electric crowd in Tillsonburg. The people really missed the Thunder when they were away for a month on their road trip. And it was good to see the crowd back and really into it, dude. Like, it was good.
It was good.
You were part of it, so.
Oh, yeah, it was.
Leaf's kind of like the de facto drum assistant now. So, for those of you who don't know, the drum is at all home games.
Yeah.
The drum is our main rally starter. It's the beginning of the Let's Go Thunder chants. And my dad is now in charge of the drum, as I have stepped into further role with the team as the play-by-play announcer. So, Leaf and my dad are the new drummer boys, so to speak. Leaf is the de facto adopted son of my dad at the same time, so he's basically a brother. And Leaf's the new rally starter. So
cowbell,
yep.
Yelling,
cowbells, get on your feet. Thunder fans, if you come to the games, recognize us, and want to just say hi or give us a shout out or whatever you want to do, tell us you hate us. Yeah, come down to the glass in the corner. That's where Leaf is situated. When you first come into the arena, you take your first left to the first row. Front row, that's the seats we chose last year. That's been our seats since then. So yeah, come down, say hi to my dad, give him a thanks or a shout out for using the drum, getting the people on their feet. Leaf, the same thing. And I'm up in the central area of the arena doing the play-by-play. So if you guys ever want to say hi to me and give me a props or tell me I suck or whatever you want to do, that's where I'm located. So
you suck.
Yes, exactly.
You suck.
That sounds like the Tilbury NPC fan.
Oh.
Hit him! Hit him! Hit him! That's a different story for another day. We don't see Tilbury for a while, so we'll save that one for another episode. Yeah, episode 7, we're going to talk about the Thunder's busy week. Last week, we had a 2-game week. In the Washel, it's rare to have a 2-game week, but you got to get some scheduling out of the way here and there. Thunder made a road trip to Petrolia on Friday. Unfortunately, it was not recorded. They don't have camera or permission to record the games down in Petrolia. We're not sure why. We think it has something to do with the junior team not allowing the senior A team to record their games, which does suck for the fans who can't make the road trips, who want to watch the game. We apologize, but just follow or be a member. Request to join the Tillsonburg Thunder fan group chat, Facebook group, excuse me.
Yeah.
They do live updates, live score updates. Paul Costa, Bill Ryan, they all do live score updates with pictures and videos here and there for the games that are not recorded, which fortunately a majority of them will be. But yeah, Thunder took the road trip down to Petrolia. Yes. Petrolia came into that game 6-1-0. They were the top team in the Western Ontario Super Hockey League. Thunder were sitting at 3-1. So we talked about it on our last episode. It was kind of a
big weekend.
Yeah, it was a big weekend. That's the best way to put it.
Yeah.
Thunder had a possible 4 points on the table, and they started it off in Petrolia against an elite team that they have a history with. They are well familiar with Petrolia. Many of the players on the team have made the road trip down there. They're used to their rowdy, loud fans. They're used to the sometimes questionable officiating, the smaller confines of the barn, the 12-foot roof, so don't ever shoot the puck high out of your own zone because you will hit the roof every single time.
Yeah.
Familiarity was a big part of this game, and the Thunder pulled away and came out with the win 7-6 in Petrolia. As I said, we don't have the highlights because there was no recording of the game, so we're just going to jump right into breaking the game down. Might as well start with the score sheet, and then we'll talk about a few other things that were interesting after that.
Yes.
So, Thunder, red hot first period. As a visiting fan, it was the best first period we could ever saw. It reminded me of Game 7 in Tilbury. Honestly, had a very similar feel to it. Thunder jump out right away. 3 minutes into the period, Braden Roberts got his first of the season, assisted by Thompson and Kudo. That is a really scary good offensive line. Those three guys are monsters, and it gives you the ability to spread out the wealth with putting McQueen on the second line.
Yep.
Yeah, Roberts' first of the year, 3.5 into the game, and then the Thunder got a power play goal about 9 minutes into the period from Kane Geldart. His third of the season. Geldy's off to a really good start, assisted by Jamie McQueen. Queener was held off the score sheet in Tilbury in the 4-1 loss, and he took it personal because he had a 7-point weekend, but we'll get to that more. And then big taps on the power play, got his first of the season. Love to see it. Andrew Tapsell, 11.5 into the period.
Oh, yeah.
Thunder jump out to the 3-0 lead. That was, as I said, his first of the year. It was assisted by McQueen and Chris Knotts. So Knotter, again, for whatever reason, was wearing 14. I guess some of the numbers didn't make the road trip.
Yeah.
But it was kind of weird seeing Knotts in 14. I'm like, okay, who's this guy? And then I'm like, oh, yeah, it's Knotts.
Yeah.
And then about 5 minutes to go in the first period, Chris McGuffin got his second of the season, assisted from Abraham and McQueen. So those two middle goals were power play goals. The Geldart and Tapsell goal. Roberts and McGuffin both scored 5-on-5. So McQueen with a 3-point first period in Petrolia. We were flying. We were loving it. We were loud. Petrolia fans were not big fans of us.
They were not.
People don't like seeing passion on the road. I get it. We're coming into your building and we're being loud, sticking up the joint. They're not going to be big fans of that. But you know what? We shut them up, and the guys on the ice shut them up pretty good too. So jump to the second period. 30 seconds into the period, about 10 seconds into the period, the Thunder take a penalty. And then 30 seconds into the period, and you're going to see a very common theme here with these goals in the second period. Thomas Moxley got his second of the season, assisted from Biggers and Frazier. It was 30 seconds into the period on the power play. And then a minute later, the Thunder take another penalty. And Brandon Kudo said, screw this, and got his third of the season, a shorthanded goal, and I'm pretty sure 2 of his 3 goals are shorthanded. Yeah. And he has multiple points. When Kudo and Thompson are on the ice shorthanded, look out. They are looking to jump, and they're very fast. Those two guys are fast players. Thunder penalty killing has been outstanding in terms of turning it into offense. This game, unfortunately, the penalty kill did kind of fall apart, and we'll have a lot to talk about on that. But yeah, Kudo makes it 5-1 Thunder with the shorthanded goal. And then, just a short 40 seconds later, the Thunder on the same penalty. Petrolia gets a power play goal from Jesse Ferguson, his 4th of the season, assisted from Eric Marsh and Zach Van Eyck, sorry. Yeah. And then 14:37, so about 5 minutes into the period, the Squires on the power play again. And TJ Harris gets his 8th of the season, assisted from Hackett and Marsh. And then at the 8-minute mark of the second period, Squires still on the power play. I don't know if they just got a power play for the entire period. It pretty well freaking felt like it. Thomas Moxley got his second of the game, 3rd of the season, assisted from Biggers and Pajot. And that took care of scoring in the second period. Yeah. So, we jump ahead to the third. But it was an interesting close here because we have it listed because Hutchison got the game-winning goal at the... I might be missing a goal here. So, because if you remember, the glass broke, and the Thunder had to resume the last 3 minutes of the second period. And the Thunder got Colton Wyachek's first goal of his career in that last 3 minutes. So I was missing that part on my screenshot there of the score sheet.
Right.
So, weird situation. Glass breaks on a big hit behind the net. The officials look at it. It's going to be a process. They had to put plywood in. It's Petrolia. It happens. So the referees blew it dead and said, let's resume the second period with the last 3 minutes. We'll do a fresh flood, and then we'll just reset. And the Thunder ended up getting a huge goal, and it ended up being a deciding goal. Colt Wyachek picked up his first of the season. He threw it towards the net. It deflected off a defenseman's stick and went in. Congrats to Colton. We had conversations about Wyachek in the past couple of weeks. He's been very impressive. Former Cambridge Red Hawk. Big friends with like Austin Forsyth and Kyle Baker and those guys. So congrats to Wyachek on that goal. And then we jumped to the third period. Even though it was no flood, it was just right away.
Yeah.
Petrolia got another one from Kyler Keating, his fourth of the season, assisted from Merritt and Biggers. Biggers was all over the place.
Yeah.
He didn't get in a fight this time to take himself out of the game. Although that first game he fought Kudo, and that was a pretty good one-for-one, skill-for-skill guy taken out. And then 10:53 to go in the third. Spencer Hutchison would make it 7-5 Thunder with his third of the season, assisted from Geldart and Mitch Fitzmaurice. Fitzy picked up his 7th assist of the year. He is apparently Wayne Gretzky when it comes to assisting, because he is all over the ice when it comes to dishing it out to his teammates. And then Thomas Moxley made it interesting. He got a goal at 4:15. It was his fourth, and I believe it was a hat trick for Moxley, if I'm not mistaken. Good for him. Assisted from Frazier and Craig Wright, so that would make it 7-6. 4.5 to go. But the Thunder held down the fort.
They did.
Closed out the game. It was stressful for us fans. We were on the edge of our seats. Not a strong game from Sagarot. Not a strong game from the defense. Not a strong game from the penalty killing. But the Thunder held on, and they got the 7-6 win in Petrolia. And, so one of the issues we had with the game, and we might get some hate from people for saying that, we cry about the refs and blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. We were there. We saw it. If you didn't watch the game because you couldn't, if you were there, you know what we're talking about. If you're a Petrolia fan, you owe the refs at least $10 a piece. The Thunder were penalized 14 times. Minor penalties. Ridiculous. The Squires had 4 minor penalties and 1 double minor in the game. And of course, it's Petrolia and Tilsonburg. They hate each other. Yeah. It's going to be a dirty game. There's going to be some cheap shots thrown. There's going to be some penalties. But when you are you have nearly 30 minutes of power play time, that's half of a game.
Yeah.
The Thunder were on the penalty kill for half this game. And there were some calls that were justified. I can definitely say that.
Oh, yeah.
But there were a lot of things the Squires were getting away with, and there was a lot of ticky-tack on the Thunder. And essentially, the refs kept the Squires in the game in the second period when they scored 4 straight power play goals. And I know the Thunder did cancel one of those out with a Kudo shorthanded goal.
Yeah.
But that whole second period, it felt like the Thunder were on the penalty kill. It was ridiculous.
It was. I agree. 14 calls, we can fit... Well... You can call them infractions. Penalties has infractions, right? So if you want to call that, so you're telling me Tilsonburg made 14 infractions that game and Petrolia made 4.
Yeah, no.
But who was the dirtier team?
Yeah.
It wasn't Tilsonburg.
Yeah.
I can say that for sure.
Yeah. There was some very, very questionable calls.
Especially all the nets coming off. That's a big thing in Petrolia. Got to get your nets fixed.
Yeah, get some bigger pegs, guys. You have men's hockey. And I know Tilsonburg's not the best either for having the nets come off. I get that.
Yeah.
But we saw the game against Dunnville. There was probably 3 times in the whole game that the net came off, and it was the guy driving the net. The goalie goes hard into the post. Petrolia, it was like every time there was a 2-0 down low, conveniently the net would come off. And Brandon Campbell. I don't know if he was doing it on purpose. Might as well call him Jack Campbell at that point. But
Matt Murray.
Yeah, I'm thinking of Matt Murray.
Matt Murray's the one with the post.
Yeah, Matt Murray's the post guy. But yeah, rough game from the officiating, but the Thunder prevailed. I mean, Petrolia, you had 14 power plays, and
still couldn't win.
And you're supposedly the best team in the league, and you couldn't beat us. So Thunder are 2-0 against the Squires. That's huge for tiebreakers down the road. And I like I said, dude, as much as the Thunder penalty kill took a beating and gave up 5 power play goals, to be 5 for 14 on the penalty kill is not terrible.
Well,
I mean, it felt like we were playing the Toronto Maple Leafs. You know, the team goes down, and then the refs just start going the arms up. I just love to bug this guy. But no, it was really, really one of those frustrating games as a fan who was there. I think if you would have just saw the score sheet after the game without the highlights or anything, you would have been like, oh, that's a great game, 7-6. It was a great game.
Oh, yeah.
But it never should have been 7-6. Like I said, Matt Sagrad had an uncharacteristic bad game. He was breaking in his new equipment. He had brand new Bauer setup. It looks great, Sags. It really does.
Yeah.
But as fans and as guys who are both goaltenders, we could tell your first time wearing new equipment in a league game, like, yeah, you can go out and play beer league or pick up with new equipment on, whatever. You give up 6 goals, who cares?
Yeah.
When you're in men's semi-professional hockey and you're giving up the goals that Sags was giving up were stoppable pucks because he was in his own head. And
yeah.
I get it. The Thunder were on the penalty kill for half the damn game.
Yeah.
So Sags was facing a lot of pressure. He still faced almost 50 shots. But that being said, I think that as he breaks this equipment in, he'll be fine. But
yeah, I agree.
Not a prototypical Sagrad game, right? So,
No.
So basically what I'm trying to say here, Thunder penalty kill was bad. Abraham and Forsland had a rough game. Sagrad wasn't 100%, and we still beat Petrolia with giving up 14 power plays. So, if Petrolia is still considered the best team in this league under the power rankings, I'll definitely have some serious questions there because we're now 2-0 against them, and we've taken care of business both times. The first time we beat them, all their fans outside were, oh, we had nobody made the road trip. Excuse me. They had a full roster on home ice. First responders night, by the way, those jerseys were really nice. Petrolia, well done.
Yeah.
I really liked those jerseys. Congrats, beautiful. VMF did a good job. But they had a full roster, packed barn, first responders night, 14 power plays, still couldn't beat us. I think that we definitely are either in their heads or we're just the better team, Leaf, honestly.
I think it's a better team.
Yeah.
I think, yes, we're in their head about just being better, but I think it's just we're the better team. We put more pucks in the net than they did.
Yeah.
So we win the game.
Yeah.
That's how hockey works.
Yep.
Not soccer.
Yeah, Petrolia fan that was telling us it was soccer or whatever. Yeah, shout out to you. That was a great chirp. We will not shy away from telling you guys the best chirps we get on the road. We are not fan favorites in other towns.
Absolutely not.
And we are not disrespectful. We have a policy amongst each other and with our team and our management staff that we do not chirp fans ever. Fans do not get chirped, but they like to come after us. So we will cheer for our team and say there's a dirty hit. We will have words to say directed towards that player that had a dirty hit or a dirty play. But yeah, we primarily cheer for our team, and we will, as I said, if there's a situation where somebody's being dirty, we will shout some things on the ice. Never directed towards fans.
No.
We pay attention to the game, not fans. And now multiple times this year, fans have come right after us. And it was Dunnville and Petrolia and Tilbury, 3 cities that you would expect probably some of that kind of stuff to happen.
Yeah.
But I can definitely say when you come to Tillsonburg as a visiting fan, from all the conversations I've had with the Stratford fans last year, the Tilbury fans that made the trip, Tillsonburg fans are respectful. We don't go out of our way. We cheer really loud for our team, and our team beats the crap out of your team. That's our problem, not yours, right? So,
Yeah.
fans of other teams, stop chirping at other fans. Chirp at the players. Chirp at the coaches.
Yeah.
Cheer for your team. Do not come after fans. It's not a good look. And Petrolia, you are guilty of that, and they have been guilty of it for years. But that's beside the point. There's a few people that like to get really loud at Petrolia and cheer for the Squires, and I love those guys. When I heard the "Let's go Squires," and then you had the fans banging on the benches, that's what I want to see.
Yeah.
That's what I love about this league.
Yeah.
When the fans get engaged with the game. But when there's somebody sitting behind us and throwing comments at us for 2 straight periods, and we just looked straight ahead and watched the game, we did not engage. There were no words exchanged. We minded our business. Luckily, we had our management staff right above us, right behind us to keep everything in check. But yeah, please, fans, refrain from being disrespectful towards us. We are representatives of the Tillsonburg Thunder. We are coming to your arena to watch our team play. We're paying $10 or more to get in. We're paying $10 or more for food, $10 or more for beer. We're supporting your organization in your local town, and we're helping to grow this league. We do not appreciate the disrespect, so just keep it 100 with us. We'll keep it 100 with you, so to speak. Yeah, that kind of concludes that rant there.
Yeah.
As it's funny because we said we would be talking about the Petrolia game for about 5 minutes, and we're at 20 minutes already. I love it.
I do too.
Yeah, so let's break down the 3 stars of the game before we jump over to our next game. First star of the game as selected by the Thunder. He got to wear the Viking helmet. Mr. Kane Geldard, he had a goal, and he got in the... Was it a Wayne Gretzky hat trick? Hold on, let me check the assist sheets. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure he did get an assist.
I don't see his name on the assist sheet.
Like
no.
Spencer Hutchinson's goal.
Yeah, but he was already out of the game, so that would have been...
The other Geldy.
That would have been Anthony that got that one. They just... unless we're mistaken the Geldards here, I think it was, though. I think it was Anthony that got kicked out. It was.
I have no idea.
It was Anthony. So Kane, or was it Anthony? We apologize, Geldarts, but you guys mess with us and wear the same outfits and look the same with the prosthetic tooth. Tony, if you were the one who got in the scrap, I apologize, because I'm giving Kaner the Gretzky hat trick, but there's no the Gordie Howe hat trick, but there's no way because the fight would have happened in the second period, and there's no way. But yeah, Kane Geldart. Unless it was Anthony in the picture, selected as the Thunder first star of the game. Congrats, Kaner. Colt Wyachek, second star of the game with his first career goal and a very solid performance defensively for the Thunder. Blocked a lot of shots, pissing off a lot of Petrolia players, just getting under their skin. Yeah. He did a great job. And the third star of the game, Mr. Jamie McQueen with 3 assists. Good way to bounce back after being shut out in Tilbury. Yeah. And that would move the Thunder's record to 4-1 on the season. And yeah, we were all happy. It was a long game because of the glass situation, so we didn't even get out of Petrolia until like 11:30. Yeah. And then my dad and I went down to a local bar. Actually met up with a couple players from Petrolia, which was kind of cool. All is well that ends well. Bought each other a couple drinks. It was a good time. But yeah, then we had a game the very next day in Tillsonburg. So long drive back to town. Some guys were staying in hotels and stuff. So, yeah, but, yeah, that's hockey. Sometimes you got back-to-backs. We predicted it last week that Segrot would get the start in Petrolia and then Andre Waugh would get the start in Tillsonburg. Yep. And he did. So the Thunder came into Saturday after the win Friday with a 5-1-0 record. 4-1-0 record. They left after the Dudville game with a 5-1-0 record. And they'll be taking on the Arrows, who came into that game as a 1-3-1 team. They were the only team so far in the league with a overtime loss, so they have the extra point, which makes them better than Woodstock. Sorry, didn't say that. Woodstock had the weekend off, so I know we said we're done harping on Woodstock. I promise, but technically Dunville's still better than you based on the standings. And now Orangeville has a win. Interesting. We'll break down the league scores after this, but yeah, so Thunder at home against the Dunville Arrows. They'd already played previously. Tillsonburg won 6-2 in Dunville. We made that road trip. That was a great trip. Thunder dominated that game. Andre Waugh played great, so why not give him the start again against Dunville, right? And might as well just jump right to the highlight package. We don't need to talk about it right now. We'll bring the highlight package in, and then we'll break down the game after. So, this is Tillsonburg Thunder Highlights brought to you by Domino's Pizza. Again, a reminder, if you were at the game, you would know this, and if you weren't, I feel sorry for you. When the Tillsonburg Thunder score, I said the Tillsonburg's Thunder. When the Tillsonburg Thunder score 5 goals or more on home ice, you are entitled to a voucher, as long as you were in attendance at the game, a voucher for a free 3-topping medium pizza brought to you by Domino's in Tillsonburg. That voucher is good for 2 weeks, and you can cash it in Woodstock, Tillsonburg, Delhi, or Ingersoll at the Domino's Pizza locations there. All you have to do is come to the game, sit down, watch the Thunder score 5 goals, and then you get a free pizza. It's that easy. Come out and get some pizza. Also, we had the other sponsorship cashed in. Andrew Whalen, as you will see, had a hat trick. So the Copper Mug does a 3 or O, they call it, sponsorship. So if a Thunder player has a hat trick or a goaltender has a shutout, you are entitled to another voucher for a free appetizer at the Copper Mug Bar and Grill in Tillsonburg. We went cashed in that voucher right away after the game and got a free app. I had the shrimp bites served with fries. It was very good. Leaf got the onion rings. They were also very good. Copper Mug, huge shout out to you guys. You guys do a great job sponsoring the Thunder. And thanks to Andrew Whalen for getting us a free app. And thanks to the Thunder for giving us free pizza. So lots of perks being a Thunder fan. And just come out to the games and you will learn that for yourself. So let's cut to the highlight package. Once again, this is Tillsonburg Thunder Highlights brought to you by Domino's Pizza.
Mitch Fitzmaurice in the middle. Here's Hutchison. Hutchison taken down. No penalty there. And it'll be controlled on the wall by Fitzmaurice. Bouncing puck. And this could be a break. It's Schmaltz. Shot save. Rebound. Score. Dunville strikes first. Travis Longland gets the goal on the rebound. And a really bad bounce at the Thunder blue line. It got past Mike Finley. And Dunville silences the crowd here in Tillsonburg early on. It's 1-0 Arrows at the 14:32 mark of the first period. And it will be poked free. Abraham in his own end has trouble with it. Look out here. Quick shot. Scores. Dunville early on. Brad Parrish, who got in the fight at the end of the game last game with Barletta. He definitely wants some revenge, and you can see it there. What a great shot. No chance for Andre Waugh. Another turnover in the Thunder end by the defense. And oh boy, the Thunder have their work cut out for them. Early finds that play. McGuffin hoping for Whalen. He's got him. Andrew Whalen in. Shoots. Scores. Andrew Whalen. His third of the season. His third against Dunville. And just like that, the Thunder cut the lead in half. It's 2-1 here at the 11:28 mark. What a beautiful pass from Chris McGuffin. And a great finish from Andrew Whalen. It's 2-1 here at Tillsonburg Memorial Arena. Waits. Puts it back. Finds Geldart. Geldart hoping for Hutchison. In the middle, Knotts. Knotts Deeks. Shoots. Scores! Spencer Hutchison. Oh, Chris Knotts. What a play from the defenseman there. He deked out the entire Arrows defense and found a wide open net for Spencer Hutchison in front. And bang, bang, I just said it, the Thunder can score in bunches. And here come the Arrows. And across the line. Landon Miner has it poked off his stick, and McGuffin finds McQueen with space and a 2-on-1. McQueen to Whalen, scores! What a play there! Jamie McQueen got in behind the defense. And Andrew Whalen was the beneficiary of a perfect pass. No chance for Schumann. And here we go. It's 3-2 Thunder. We're 2 goals away from Domino's 5 for 5. McGuffin off the draw. Hits a shot blocked there. Finley at the point. Down low, McQueen. McQueen hoping for McGuffin. It's in the middle. Barletta shoots down low. Tip. Whalen score! Andrew Whalen, speak of the devil. There it is. Beautiful play there. Barletta just put it on net. Whalen got a stick on it. Get the hats on the ice. It's a hat trick for Andrew Whalen. His 5th of the year. And there you go. It's a Copper 0 or 3. Every fan in attendance tonight is now entitled to a free appetizer at the Copper Mug with that to it. McGuffin chips in the middle. McQueen, what a skillful play to have that puck. McQueen across the line. Looking for a pass in front. Shot, score! Andrew Whalen again, his 4th of the game. Why not? 5-2, and Jamie McQueen with a seed. And how about that play in neutral ice? A bouncing puck up in the air. McQueen settled it down, found it, got across the line, and a perfect pass. No chance for the goaltender, Schumann. Andrew Whalen, have yourself a game, kid. 4-goal night. Poked there by Geldart. Schmaltz still has it. Schmaltz head up the whole way. Looks for Longland, has poked away. Longland in a foot race with Fitzmaurice. Fitzmaurice wins it. Broken stick there. That'll be a slash. And a shot to score! Spencer Hutchison, no need for a power play. We'll take the 6th of the game instead. Thunder running away with it here in the second. 6-2 the score. And Mitch Fitzmaurice with another assist. This one with his foot. Kudo to Barletta. Barletta back to Kudo with stride. Here comes Kudo. He's got speed. Thompson in front. Shot, score! Sheldon Thompson. And that line, Roberts, Kudo, Thompson, one of the best in the league. They strike again. And the Thunder lead 7-2. Good line for the Thunder. Rugerok wins another draw against McQueen. Whalen fights in the corner. Battles. Comes out with it. McQueen in the slot. Shot, score. Jamie McQueen That's just not even fair. What a shot. And the Thunder continue to pour it on here in Tillsonburg. 8-2 the score. There is nobody in the Washoe stopping that shot in tight. Jesse Schumann, no chance. Crowd here in Tillsonburg on their feet. Rebry has it 3, 2, and 1 as this game is over here in Tillsonburg. Your Thunder take care of business here against the Dunnville Arrows, who fall to 1-4-1 with an 8-2 defeat here at Tillsonburg Memorial Arena. Your Thunder climb to 5-1 on the season. Final shots on goal: Tillsonburg 43, Dunnville 36. Final score: Tillsonburg 8, Dunnville 2. That concludes matters here in Tillsonburg, Ontario. We thank you for joining us here on Washoe Live.
Those were Tillsonburg Thunder highlights brought to you by Domino's Pizza. Thunder come out on top at home. Final score 8-2 against the visiting Dunnville Arrows. Great game all around. Thunder offense exploded. Obviously a slow start though, Leaf. I was a little bit nervous, to be honest with you, after the thing. You're probably hearing my voice in the highlights. Thunder go down 2-0 early. And the blood was pumping from some Thunder fans as Matt Dolan struck first 5 minutes into the game. His second of the season, assisted from Matt Schmaltz and Chad Springer. And then Brad Parrish capitalized on a Justin Abraham turnover just a minute later. And you will notice a pattern in this game. It was very easy to make the highlight package tonight because the goals were all literally back-to-back from both teams. So, 6 minutes into the game, it's already 2-0 Arrows. Leaf, what were you thinking at that point?
Honestly, I was thinking, you know what? This team's really good at coming back. I think we're going to tie the game right up, and then it's going to be a new game.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of what happened.
That is what happened, isn't it? Because we tied it, and then we exploded. So, 11:28 mark of the period. Andrew Whalen scored for the Thunder to open the scoring for the big boys. Whalen loves playing Dunnville. I don't know what it is. This guy is just Wayne Gretzky, Connor McDavid hybrid against Dunnville. But a lot of shout out and a lot of thanks goes to Chris McGuffin on that play. Abraham behind his own net feeds up the wall to McGuffin, and McGuffin just feathered about 3 feet off the ice from the hash on the right side, just across the blue line. He saw Whalen behind the defense, and just a perfect pass, bang, on the tape. And Whalen did not miss. He does not miss. He's got a very good shot. Third of the season, third against the Arrows, as I said in the broadcast. And then a very short 25 seconds later, Spencer Hutchison got his fourth of the season, the former St. Thomas Stars captain. And this play, honestly, Leaf, was all Chris Knotts. I mean,
yeah, it was.
So Geldart goes on the wall in the corner, which would have been to the right of the goaltender Schumann, and he spots Knotts. Knotts, great call for the pass. I heard the stick hit, smack. And Geldart didn't hesitate, put it right there. And then Knotts just went to work. Dekes out the first defenseman, dekes out Schumann, goes around him. He's beside the net, and then Hutchison's literally just standing on the edge of the blue paint with his stick on the ice. And Knotts just wraps the arms. Literally, Hutchison just had to do this. Tap, and it was in the net.
Just
beautiful goal for Hutchie.
tap it in.
Geldart gets another assist. Knotts gets his 6th assist of the season. That was a beautiful goal, and you could tell that was like a tone setter for the Thunder.
Oh, yeah.
Back-to-back goals, 30 seconds apart, not even, and just bang, bang, it's 2-2. And I would take care of scoring in the first period, but don't worry, there was lots more scoring for the Thunder.
Oh, yeah.
So we go jump in 8 minutes into the second period. Took a while to get the scoring going in the second. Honestly, it was a good game from Jesse Schumann, the goaltender. We said that the first game in Dunnville.
Yeah.
Leaf, honestly, I was really impressed. He's a good goaltender. Unfortunately, he plays for a new team. Not a lot of defensive help.
No, absolutely not.
And outside of Matt Schmaltz and what's his name? Matt Rugerok, I want to say is his name. Number 13 with the bubble.
Oh, yeah.
And 47, who normally was number 89, but he's wearing 47. Dunnville had some, like Tillsonburg did in Petrolia, some numbering issues. Tough as a broadcaster trying to figure out who the heck is who. Yeah, Matt Schmaltz and Matt Rugerok are building blocks. You want to build your team around them. The Longlands, they're good players. But outside of those guys, it's a tough roster. And for Jesse Schumann, he's a good goaltender. Stands on his head. He's not a big guy, but he's calm. He gets across. He makes the stops he needs to. So we just wanted to take a quick break in there and shout you out, Jesse Schumann. You're a heck of a goaltender, man. Keep your head up. Keep doing what you're doing out there in Dunnville. And us here at Tillsonburg, we appreciate the effort that you put in. But yeah, Andrew Whalen, for whatever reason, has your number. He got his second of the game. And it was the ultimate game-winning goal, as it was the 3-2 marker, assisted from Jamie McQueen and Chris McGuffin. So McGuffin gets his second assist of the game. McQueen picks up another point. McGuffin spots McQueen sneaking in behind the defense on the right wing side. McQueen slips in down the wing, and Whalen just goes headlong to the net. And anybody who's watched the Thunder for the last 2 years knows Jamie McQueen, when he's listed as a sniper in the NHL video games. He's got one of the best shots in the league. But the ability to put the puck where it needs to be, in other words, put your tape on the ice, and it's going to hit your tape every time. That's Jamie McQueen. He saw Whalen sneak in, timed the pass perfectly, no chance for Schumann, the goaltender. It was just bang, bang, back of the net. And boom, 3-2. So the building started jumping. The kids were, let's go Thunder. Dunnville fans were starting to get a little bit nervous. And there were quite a few that made the trip, mostly family and friends of the Arrows players. But it was good to see. By the way, the barn was packed. Not a full capacity crowd, but for a regular season game in the early November, I was very impressed with the crowd leaf. And you guys did a good job. You guys made a lot of noise.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
We could hear you guys on the camera, like, fully. And Bill does turn down the crowd noise a little bit because there's a lot of people in that area of the camera. So if we were to have it really loud, the on-ice noises, you wouldn't be able to hear me. And not that that's a bad thing. I know some people don't want to hear me, but yeah, it's a good way to cancel out the noise. But you could still hear the Let's Go Thunder chants. They were going from corner all the way around to the other corner. I love being there. I love hearing it because I know that I was part of it, right? So, and then Andrew Whalen, guess what? He wanted another one, and 32 seconds later, he got another one. His fifth of the season, his third of the game. This one was a deflection, assisted from Barletta and McQueen. McQueen was in the far corner in the offensive zone. He played it to the middle. It was deflected. Went to Barletta at the point. He did a fake shot, walked around a defender, and he saw Whalen in front. So a slap shot along the ice. Whalen had the stick down and tip up over the goaltender Schumann. Again, no chance for him. Whalen's a stud, man. That was his hat-trick goal. He's just one of those guys that knows how to find the back of the net in multiple different ways. Look at all three of those goals. First goal was a snipe over the blocker or the glove. Second goal was a 2-on-1, just stick in the right spot. McQueen put it in. And then the third goal is a deflection. So all three of those goals, different ways to score. And, I mean, you got to give him credit, dude. He's a heck of a hockey player. I'm very, very happy he's on our team.
I agree.
So that would be his fifth of the season, his third of the game, and his fifth against Dunnville. And guess what?
He wasn't done.
6:26 to go. Andrew Whalen would pick up his fourth of the game, his third in a row. So a natural hat trick that actually wasn't a natural hat trick because he scored his first in the first period, and then Hutch scored, and then he got three in a row here. But yeah, it was his sixth of the season, his sixth against Dunnville, his fourth of the game. And that was assisted by McQueen and McGuffin. Again, another play where there's just no chance for the goaltender. Another 2-on-1. This time it was McQueen on the left wing. So McQueen shows off the skill set on this goal. McGuffin's in his own end. He plays it to center. It goes up in the air. McQueen, mid-air, mid-game, as if it's like he does this for breakfast, finds the puck in the air, catches it on the stick, drops it to the ice, settles it down, goes around the defender, slides it right on the tape to Whalen. I thought it was a broken play. I didn't think there was any chance. And it kind of reminded me of Tapsel against the Bluebirds in Game 6 in overtime last year, where you don't even notice the guy cutting to the net, and then all of a sudden the puck's there, and the other guy's there, and bang, bang. Whalen had a way to drive the net, his sixth of the season. McQueen got his seventh assist of the year, his third point of the game. His fourth came later. And, so Whalen. Well, and then we had another Thunder player who was like, well, if you're going to score a lot of goals, I am too. This time it was Spencer Hutchison, 5:59 mark. So again, another 30 seconds or less later, the Thunder were just, when I say scoring in bunches, I mean scoring in bunches, dude. Like,
Oh, yeah.
they were all over the place. Hutchison got his 5th of the year assist from Geldart and Fitzmaurice. Big shock. Mitch Fitzmaurice, another assist. And this one was awesome because it was a Lady in Petrolia soccer-style goal. Puck gets chipped over the head of the captain, Longland. He's in a race with Fitzmaurice. Fitzy's got those OHL legs still under him. Shout out to the Frontenacs. Fitzy beats him to the puck. He gets his stick on the puck, and Longland comes over the top and breaks his stick in half. And I'm sure Fitzy was happy about that one. As a guy who's broken a few sticks, it's not a fun feeling. Fitzy doesn't give up on the play. He doesn't get mad. He gets the puck in his foot. He kicks it to the middle to Geldart, who then swings it over to Hutchison. Back of the net, bang. We don't need a power play. It was on a delayed penalty. But Mitch Fitzmaurice, that was a gorgeous play with the feet. I love it. And it goes to show the tenacity and the depth of this Thunder team. That is our third line.
Yeah.
We have Spencer Hutchison, who played, he had a cup of coffee with the Knights. He was a 5-season GOJHL, captain of the St. Thomas Stars. And Fitzmaurice, who played for the Kingston Frontenacs and I believe the Saginaw Spirit of the OHL, is on our third line with Kane Geldart, who's also a former OHLer. So
Yeah.
we have 3 OHLers, former OHLers, on our third line.
Yeah.
Third line. When you think about the depth of this Thunder team, Bill Ryan was not messing around.
No,
He went out and he did his freaking job, dude.
I did.
That's our third line. All OHLers, all former OHLers. Studs in Junior B, studs in Junior A. Former OHL guys, all 3 of them. And they're on our third line. Like, I can't get enough of that.
No, I can't
And our
either.
fourth line consistently all year has been the kids. Like Forsyth and Baker and those kids, they're on our fourth line.
Exactly.
And those guys would be second or third liners on other teams already. So,
I'd argue that a couple of them could be first line on other teams,
I agree.
like Woodstock.
Yeah.
Kidding.
Hey, Baker, Forsyth, and Kevin Hu would be a good line, but unfortunately,
We signed them.
sorry, Zerzy. You guys got your first win of the year. Congratulations. Hopefully you get your second of the year this weekend. Let's go Lakers. That's for Denny. That's why we're shouting out Denny here. Denny, the super fan of the Lakers, by the way. Shout out to you, Denny. You do a great job, man. You're bringing the passion and the energy that we need in this league. Bringing your buddies, getting people out to the rink, getting on your feet. I just say, my number one piece of advice for you, Denny, go to Long and McQuaid or whatever music stores in Woodstock and buy a drum. It's the key to success. Trust me, those stupid things that Jeff handed out, not the move. It just pisses people off, including your own fans. Go get a drum. It's awesome. Gets the people on their feet. Easy way to start chants. Give it to the mascot. He can hit the drum. Or she. I don't know who's under there. I know it's not Zerzy, because he's too tall for that mascot suit. So, but yeah, shout out to Denny, the Lakers super fan. But yeah, so we jumped ahead to the third period. Thunder were leading 6-2. It was just all take care of business at this point. And we had, big shocker, guess who? Sheldon Thompson, assisted from Brandon Kudo and Brandon Barletta. The Brandon duo's on the assist, even though it's Brendan Barletta. I apologize to Double B. I'm not good with the Thunder names, even though I've been following this team consistently. It's hard, like my whole Redbury thing, even though it's Rebry, I didn't even pay attention to that. I apologize to our captain, who, by the way, might be a little secret here for Rebs, but we'll touch on that after this. Sheldon Thompson gets his third of the year, assisted from Kudo and Barletta. Thompson and Kudo, man, I mean, we've both had private conversations, just chatting with each other as Thunder fans. Like, the Thunder signing both of those two guys, what a move from Bill Ryan again.
Yeah, I agree. What a move.
Like, they're on our first line with Roberts. They kill penalties. They dominate the power play. Not only are they fast, but they're strong. Both of those two guys are strong on the puck.
They win so many puck battles.
Exactly. Relentless forecheck when those two guys are on the ice. You love to see it.
Yeah.
I personally am always entertained when Thompson and Kudo are on the ice. And, I mean, when you can have them, like I said, on your first line, and then you can spread out the wealth and have Whalen and McQueen and McGuffin on the second line, and then we're talking Redbury, Forsyth, and who was on that line with Redbury and Forsyth?
Why do I know?
Who was on the wing? It wasn't Hutchison, because Hutch was on that fourth line, which is crazy. We were talking about that being our third line. That was our fourth line.
Who was it?
Hold on, give me a sec. I'm just going to look at the stat sheet quick. That's the easiest way.
I'm trying to think.
I believe it was Tapsol.
Right.
Yes. So
it would have been Taps.
So we had Taps on the third line with Rebry and Forsyth. Forsyth was actually centering that line. So that means that Geldart, Fitzmaurice, and Hutchison line was technically the fourth line. But it goes to show the depth of the Thunder. Those guys are spreading out the ice time. There is no fourth line on the Thunder. Is kind of my whole point.
Yeah.
Like all four of those lines, you could run as a first or second line, and that's incredible. So, yeah, Thompson, Kudo, and Barletta pick up that goal. And then 13:54, the icing on the cake. Who else but Jamie McQueen, assisted from Whalen and McGuffin. So Whalen finally got on the board assist-wise. McGuffin got his third assist of the game. Chris was all over the ice. It was good to see Goff back in the lineup the last 2 games. I really missed him those couple games he was out. He's a heart and soul guy.
Yeah,
McGuffin's one of those guys that he just helps put the team on his back. Very serious. McGuffin's very serious. Like when he's on the ice, when we're in the crowd, we're, yeah, let's go Goff, or yay Sags. Like Sags will wave up to you, tap the glass every once in a while. The guys on the bench will, let's go Thunder, and you'll see guys give you a little wave. McGuffin does not do that. Chris McGuffin is a straight face, all about business. Respect the hell out of that from Guff. And look what he does. He puts up points, especially when he's with McQueen. Those two are like two peas in a pod. And then Whalen just seems to be the perfect mix to add to that line. So McQueen, his fourth of the year from Whalen and McGuffin. McQueen, that would be his 7th point in his last 2 games. And again, Whalen and McGuffin, enough said. Great line. So that was a very good game, dominated by the Thunder outside of the first 4 or 5 minutes. Dunville had their advantage, and the Thunder just took over the game. So Thunder moved to 5-1 on the season. Arrows fall to 4-1 on the season. Dunville keep fighting. You guys are getting there. Yeah. You're already better than expansion teams in the past. Like I said, Delhi. You guys are better than they were last year. I mean, we didn't score 18 goals on you. So we actually have a better Thunder team this year, and we were only able to get the 8 on you tonight of that game. And the Thunder were hungry. They were hungry, and they came off of a game where they beat the number 1 team in the league on the road, and they were pissed. And I mean, you guys still held your own. Like I said, build around your goaltender, Schumann. He's a great goaltender. Matt Schmaltz, as I said, he's a great hockey player as well. And Matt Rugerok's young, comes from the Mudcats organization, and he's an exciting player when he's out on the ice. He won a crap ton of faceoffs against Jamie McQueen, and I know Queener's a natural winger, but in this league, he's the best player. He's going to be a centerman, right? And Rugerok was dominating the draws. So, both young guys. I mean, Forsyth had a great game on the draws, and Rugerok had a great game on the draws. But that's all beside the point. Dunville, keep sticking out, keep doing what you're doing. You guys have put together a good product on the ice. We're happy to see it. And you guys beat Tilbury, so you will always be in our hearts as our favorite new expansion team. Because I heard the other expansion team called the Delhi Flames beat Tilbury as well, but that's another story for another day. We will assess what we're going to do with the second half of the podcast. By the way, we'll just cover this now. We're in contact with Mike Rebry, our captain. He won the fan voting poll as the special guest star this week.
Votes, by the way.
Yeah,
Rebs. Thank you guys.
Thank you to Thunder fans. You guys did a great job voting on our social media post. We put up 4 names. They were our next 4 guests either way. At least our requested guests. You guys got to remember, these guys have jobs, kids. They run hockey schools. They're busy guys. So we're doing our best. They're doing their best. But that's why we record separate days for separate parts of the podcast. So we're not 100% sure on Rebs joining us, but fingers crossed, Mike Rebry, the captain of the Tillsonburg Thunder, will be joining us today. And if not, we will rejoin each other in studio, and we'll do a little statistical breakdown of the entire league, as the Rogers normally does. But we had 4 names on the podcast list. We had Rebry, we had Justin Abraham, we had Jesse Raymond, and Andrew Rogers. And Rebry won by 6 or 7 votes. Justin Abraham and Jesse Raymond were bang, back-to-back. I think Abraham had 13 votes, and Raymond had 12. And then Andrew Rogers was in there as well. I think he had 6 or 7 votes. So that'll be our next 4 planned guests. Whatever order they come in, we're going to try to give you guys that top 4, as in Rebry, and then Abraham, and then Raymond, and then Andrew Rogers. But no promises. it could be Andrew Rogers on this podcast because we don't know who's available and at what time they're available. So we're going to do our best to get those guys in that order because you, the fans, have asked for it. And fingers crossed, the second half of this episode will be with Mr. Mike Rebry. I hope so. But either way, just a little side rant just to kind of line it up for you guys.
Yeah.
As I said, we're just two guys that do this in our basement. And, you know, we both work. We're busy guys. And as all the players that we interview, they're busy guys. So we're trying to keep everything on schedule. But, you know, there's no promises on who's going to be on. We're trying our best. So right now, we're not 100% sure if it's going to be Rebry, but I'm sure you guys who are watching will find out in just a couple of minutes. Yeah. So let's break down the 3 stars of the game. Leaf, why don't you give me the 3 stars from the 8-2 win over the Dunnville Arrows?
So, you want third star first or first star first?
Go third star.
I want to do third star too. We got Andrew Waugh. Hope I'm saying your name right.
Andre. Smack the desk too. Wow.
Andre Waugh. I'm sorry for mispronouncing your name. 34 saves on 36 shots. He was dialed in.
Oh, yeah.
After those 2 goals, he's a brick wall back there.
Yep.
Sags and Waugh, you know, probably the best 1-2 combo in the league right now. Easily. And then we have Jamie McQueen, second star, with 1 goal, 3 assists, 4-point game for McQueen. Another great game.
That's why we call him, he's not Lightning McQueen, he's Thunder McQueen.
That's a good one. And first star, Andrew Whalen. Tough to not be the first star when you score 4 goals in a game.
And he had an assist too.
And you had an assist. So 5-point game. Gonna call you Mitch Marner from now on.
Oh, come on. It's always Leafs. Oh, come on.
I'm just playing.
No, that was a good run down there, Leaf. Waugh, McQueen, and Whalen, the 3 stars of the game. Congrats, guys.
I agree.
Tillsonburg, you guys played your hearts out. And reminder to all fans, we are continuing our homestand. When you first drive into Tillsonburg at the Broadway and Burger King Tim Hortons, there is a
I think it's
sign.
On the right-hand side near A&W, actually.
Yeah, right-hand side by A&W, right by the trail. That sign will show you. So just in case you don't know the schedule already, and I get it, if you don't know the schedule, you might not be watching podcasts on YouTube, but tell your friends and family, if you have older people that are in your family that have nothing to do on a Saturday night, that's where the sign is located. It'll tell you all the teams we are playing. And that's why we'll jump ahead to our next game, which is this upcoming Saturday at home, November 11th, which is why I got the bracelet on here. Let's switch the camera to this one, the Lest We Forget bracelet, because it is Remembrance Day coming up this Saturday. So we just wanted to take a moment to thank all of the members of the Canadian military, Air Force, Navy, who have served for us, who have died for us, and given us the opportunity to be free. This game will be dedicated to you guys. And if you're a veteran, come out to the game. It's going to be a special moment. And just getting the opportunity to play hockey in a free country is, we owe you guys for that. So we salute and thank all members of service through military. You guys have helped us to live a great life and be able to sit in our basement and make podcasts like this. So, Remembrance Day game at home, November 11th, against the visiting Orangeville Blitz. Puck drop 7:30, as always, in Tillsonburg. The Blitz are 1-7, but they come into this game fresh off their first win of the year. So, they're going to be fired up. They're going to feel confident. We have come off a 2-game win streak, so we'll be confident as well. The Thunder are the better team in this matchup.
I would assume so.
As we saw, I know that the Blitz have a couple guys that are difference makers, but the Thunder have 4 lines that are deep, and the Blitz can't say the same. So 1-7, Orangeville come to town. I got players to watch for the Thunder, and I know it seems like we're always saying the same names, but it's because these guys are difference makers. Brandon Kudo, after that game in Petrolia and back in Tillsonburg, he was just all over the ice, shorthanded, in the corners, as we said, winning those puck battles. Him and Thompson, great duo. So Kudo, Chris Knotts, and Jamie Forsland, 2 defensemen on that list. Chris Knotts has been a player I've been super impressed with this year. Notter, we love you, man. You are coming up on the podcast soon. Hopefully, I mean, he's in Woodstock, so we can bring him right live in studio. Pull some Mike Hawley stuff in this joint. That would be pretty funny. But no, Chris Knotts, you've been awesome this year, dude. You've stepped up his game defensively, and he continues to be a presence offensively. Look out for Chris Knotts. And he shows up. He's there every game. Knotts loves the game of hockey. Former Navy vet, great, and now moved on to the best organization in the Washoe. And Jamie Forsland, again, he had a tough game in Petrolia. That's why I have him on this list. Jamie just was not there in Petrolia. He was there.
Yeah,
he just did not have a great game. Him and Abe's both struggled at times. When they're together and they're in that same mentality, they can't be stopped. Jamie Forsland, my other player to watch for the Thunder. And then we'll switch over to the Blitz players to watch. We have Jesse Chidwick, 12 points in 6 games. He's tied with Jamie McQueen, actually, for amongst leading goal scorers, point getters in the league. All those Petrolia guys have a ton of points because they've already played like 8 games, but that's beside the point. Excuse me. Jesse Chidwick, 12 points in 6 games. We looked him up. He's got AAA experience, Junior A experience. He played for Ryerson University, so he's a guy to look out for. He seems like a difference maker. I'm looking forward to calling your name on the broadcast, Jesse. Hopefully it's just not for putting the puck in the back of the net. Blake Lovell, he has 10 points in 7 games. Another guy to watch. He seems to be, amongst those guys that when a team comes in, you're going to look for the guys who are going to, open your eyes, just like Rugerach and Schmaltz did last week.
Yeah.
These are the names. And then Joshua Miller, he has 8 goals in 8 games. Jeez. So a guy who can bury the puck, obviously. Look out for him. He seems to be a big-time goal scorer. So that's your 3 players to watch for the Dunnville Arrows. We got our 3 players to watch for the Thunder out of the way. We are approaching
Orangeville Blitz.
Did I just say the Arrows again?
Yes,
oh, my goodness.
Did.
My apologies, everybody.
It's okay. He's pulling a Leaf D trick.
Yes, I sound like LD Smooth, as we call him. That's his nickname. That's his DJ name. He's just kidding. I'm just kidding. He's not kidding. LD Smooth. We're going to have to do that in our next intro. You're listening to Thunder Hour Podcast, hosted by Trey Hamilton and produced by LD Smooth. I like that. I don't know if his girlfriend's going to like it. Anyway, the Orangeville Blitz visiting. We broke down their players to watch. We might as well jump right into our predictions as we are already at an hour almost of time. And when we add the highlight package in, this will be a 1-hour segment. So, Leaf, I got Thunder 9, Blitz 2. What do you got?
I got Thunder 9 also. And I got the Blitz scoring 3.
Oh, Sags. How do you feel about that?
Are you talking to me?
Oh, I was talking to Sags and you at the same time.
Oh, okay.
What's your rationale, Leaf? I'm gonna say, I think the Thunder offense is explosive. I think that depending on who shows up, I think that some of the veteran guys might not be there for this game. It's Orangeville. No slag on them, but if you have work or kids hockey tournament, this is one of the games you're probably gonna miss, right? But I still think that even if we have 3 or 4 guys out of the lineup offensively, we could slot in guys like Baker, Forsyth, guys like that are going to make a difference. We got Wyachek on the back end. I really, honestly, I personally think that as long as Sagrot is just in his zone. Oh, by the way, Curtis Christo, another guy that we forgot because he has been on the road with Baker as well. They coach a junior hockey, I believe it was U13, Woodstock Navy Vets. When it was like, where do you put these guys, man? It's crazy just thinking about it. But yeah, they have a deep roster. And I just wanted to look. Yeah, it was Brzezinski. Yes. Kyle Brzezinski. We wanted to shout out Kyle Brzezinski. Brzezinski. We met up with him after the game in Tilsonburg against Dunnville. Kyle's a great guy. Had a great conversation with him. Talked for almost an hour. He's a young guy, and he's a hard worker. He's a grinder. He's going to get in there. He's going to put in the hard work. We just want to reaffirm to Kyle, thank you for watching the show. He let us know he's a big fan of the podcast as well, as most of the guys are. But Brzezinski out there with him and Wyachek at Petrolia, it was awesome to see. He even admitted to us, he said, I was surprised FD put 2 rookies out there together on defense, but Leaf, they really held their own.
They did.
And so big shout out to Kyle. It was good to see you after the game, dude. It was good to have a chat with you. And thanks for watching and enjoying the Thunder Hour podcast. But yeah, so Leaf, why are you going 9-3? What's your rationale? What do you see happening in this game?
I'm gonna say I think the same thing's gonna happen that happened in Dumbledore. I think we're gonna go down early.
Okay.
We tend to always give up.
Slow starts. Yeah.
Slow start, which, whatever. Then they're just gonna explode because. They don't really have a reason not to explode, to be honest. I don't know the goaltending stats on the Blitz goalies.
Not great.
Not great, so... And we like to put the puck in the net. And I want free pizza, so I want 5 or more.
Yeah,
please.
Let's get us some free pizza. Please and thanks, guys. I agree with you fully, Leaf. I just think the Thunder outskill the Blitz, and if they do lose this game, well... I guess we'll come back and have a conversation about that, but I'm very confident in my prediction and where we stand. So that will wrap up the first half of the Thunder Hour podcast. Thank you so much for watching. We will be back after a quick break for ourselves, not for the pod. We will jump right into our interview, and we are, fingers crossed, going to be having a conversation with Mr. Mike Rebry. And if not, Leaf and I will be back to break down some statistics and give you guys a send-off. But yes, thank you so much for watching the first half of Thunder Hour podcast. We will be right back. This was Thunder Hour, Episode 7, brought to you by Domino's Pizza. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go Thunder! Woo! Welcome back to Thunder Hour, ladies and gentlemen. We are live on location at Broadway Street, Tim Hortons here in Tillsonburg, Ontario. We are super excited to be joined by a standout member of the Tillsonburg Thunder, a guy a lot of kids look up to in this town. He wears the C, as you can see, and he's the one guy that we figured was important enough, other than Mike Hawley, to do a live in-person interview. Please welcome to the podcast, Mr. Mike Rebry.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate you having me. Thank you.
It's great to have you on with us today, Rebs. So we'll just open it up with a couple questions and just let's have a chat about things. So I wanted to ask you, kind of touching on the captain thing, what does it mean to you to be the captain of such a storied franchise like Tillsonburg?
Absolutely, stories are good to put that trade. But yeah, it feels good, man. You know, when I first came in, I had Nathan Peacock as the captain, and there's other leaders on there too, Chad Barkley, and Shane Balcom, obviously, and Brad Martin, so those guys really showed me what it was like to be the older guys on the team, so to look after the room and look after the boys.
Yeah, for sure.
Extremely honored to be the captain this year too. It's we got a good team, obviously, with all 4 lines being deep. Solid decor and solid goaltending. So very honored to be the captain.
For sure, man, and we're definitely we'll touch on it after a couple questions down, but like this team, they just, I mean, the job Bill Ryan was able to do, putting the guys together. I mean, from what we've seen early on, and I know not everybody can make it to every game. You guys are busy. You guys have lives, but the games that we've seen, everybody or a majority of the guys being there, like it's a dangerous lineup, man.
Absolutely. Everybody's bought in this year too.
Yeah, for sure.
We're getting over 50 guys in practice.
For sure.
Guys want to be here, and guys want to win, so we're off to a good start.
For sure. That's a great way to put it. So, Leaf, why don't you go ahead with your first question.
Rebs, you were there throughout the Tilbury series.
Yeah, last year, yeah.
You helped lead the comeback.
Yeah.
Where do you rank that series in your list of personal hockey accomplishments?
Honestly, I was telling guys this at work, like it's up there on my definitely top 3, man. Like going Game 7, I've never been part of that before, and I'm glad to say that I have been now, and to get that comeback, that was a hell of a series. To me, that was the finals last year, you know, to come back like that. It's a shame we didn't win in the finals, but that was a good series. That was serious.
We made the drive down to Tilbury for every game we could. We missed one, but I mean, as I said, we're just fans, and I mean, we can't make every game. But I know being there and being in that environment, and their fans and our fans, and how everything mixed up, like it felt like we were watching a intense NHL series. Like the skill was there. They were the best team in the league last year. Note the air quotes, because we taught them a lesson. But they took that 3-0 lead. Like that must have, in the room, that must have definitely stung to you guys,
definitely,
right? Like
definitely deflating for sure. But you know, we just, like I say, last year we were bought into just as much as this year.
Yeah, for sure.
Obviously, we couldn't get that last series under our belts, but
it happened. You guys were gassed.
Definitely a character builder. That series.
Oh, for sure. That was a great series, man. I was so happy to just be part of it as a fan last year.
No, shout out to you guys too for coming and cheering us on, and to other fans out there too. Like, we appreciate all the support behind it.
For sure, we love being able to do that for you guys.
It
right?
actually means a lot to us.
Because we're the kind of guys, we've been buddies for a few years, and we used to go and watch OHL games and just local like junior B stuff, and we'd never even taken the time to come watch this league. We didn't know what to expect walking into it, and it was a Saturday night. It was snowy. We were in Tillsonburg, and I was like, my dad was with me that night. You weren't around that night, but I said, let's go see the local hockey team. Let's just see what it is, right? Like, let's see. We didn't know what we were walking into, and
It was against Strathroy. You guys beat the crap out of them, and my dad actually had a buddy on Strathroy, so it kind of led us to.
Nice. Yeah.
And he was telling us the same thing. Come check out the league. And sorry to him, but we ended up not being fans of Strathroy for good reason. But we didn't know what we were walking into. And, this is, I don't care what anybody says, this is still professional hockey. Like, you guys are top-notch hockey players.
Well, you see from the outside, like the senior level, but man, it's a pretty good, high-quality level of hockey still going on.
For sure. And you guys are still living your dreams, right? And that's what we wanted to do, kind of with our perspective of things. We came and watched it, and we fell in love with it right away. Like, first game, like I said, the crisp passing, power play was set up, although our power play last year was questionable at times. Blame that one on the captain. I'm just kidding. But no, we were like, wow, this is good hockey, and we're happy to know that we have a team in our town. We can spend a Saturday night, because as I said, we're Flyers fans, dude. Not much to watch on a Saturday night. He's a Leaf fan, so they just like to break your guys' hearts on those Saturday nights. Like last night's game, but let's not get into details about that. But no,
turn the page. It's a new day tomorrow.
Exactly, that's the way you got to see it, right? But for real, it was like, we have a local pro hockey team. We get the honor of going to watch, and then the playoffs started. We went down and bought the drum at Long and McQuaid. Yeah. And we saw something from that crowd we've never seen before. Like, the people were on their feet. It was raucous. Like,
come alive, yeah.
Oh, yeah, man. And we got to the championship, and we were playing Stratford, obviously, and they brought their own fans with their own drum. So we had us in the crowd, let's go, Thunder, dun, dun. And then we'd hear across the arena, let's go, Irish. And, like, those kind of things are part of the growth of the league, and we're so happy to be part of it. And I mean, guys like yourself are a big part of it. So.
No, we appreciate you guys, man. It means a lot when you hear that drum and you hear you guys screaming. Like, this makes a world of a difference.
For sure, man. And that's what we do it for. We do it for you guys, right? We perform for you guys off the ice, and you guys do it in response for us on the ice, right? So, but we were already chatting a little bit. This will be my next question. We're already chatting about the team this year. You guys look really good so far. I wanted to ask you, as the captain, when you're there, how are you? Like, what's your approach to rallying the troops, whether it be in the room, on the ice? Like, what's your approach to getting the guys in a mentality of, we're here to win, we're bought in? As the guy with the seat, that's kind of part of the responsibility you bear. So how do you see that?
I like to lead by example, obviously on the ice. Everybody can get down, everybody can say a lot of words and shit, but step up, make the play, I try to be vocal in the room, but everyone's played at that certain level. They know what to do. But
exactly. It's not much
lead by example, and then just do your job.
No, and you do a great job of it. That's one thing every guy we've talked to on our show, off the record stuff. Like everybody said, Rebs is a great captain because you lead on the ice. And we've even said that before we're talking to guys on a couple of our first episodes when we saw you re-signed and you were back. We were excited because touching on that Tilbury series, we saw you be so intense. Like, we still have the video up on our YouTube of the Game 7 when JB scored.
Oh yeah,
and you looked right over at our section and you were like, and we made eye contact, all the four of us and you, and I could tell it was like that moment of we did it.
That's what it's about,
right?
Man. Yeah.
Absolutely, man. We love it so much. And
I was happy when JB buried that one. I remember.
Oh man, that was a crazy goal. And we saw from our angle, we saw Roth hanging on the edge of the bench, and he didn't want to jump on. He didn't want to take a penalty in a tie game, and he's just holding on to the edge of that bench. And it was Winkworth coming off, and he was kind of gliding, and we're like, oh, JB's got a step. And as soon as it became that 3-on-2, boom, and he just undressed everybody. It was like he was in slow motion or something.
That was a nice goal.
It was a gorgeous play, and you were on the ice for it, so we'll give you the plus.
Hey, appreciate it. There.
You were part of the opening of that game too with the 4-0 lead, and I mean it was just. Again, I know we're hanging on to last year a little bit, but this year I know we got a great team. But that team last year, what you guys did against Tilbury was so much fun, man. Just to be part of it.
Yep,
so
we appreciate it.
Go ahead, Leaf. Why not?
This is your sixth season, third as the captain. Yep. What has kept you so drawn to the Tilsonburg organization?
Honestly, the room. The boys in the room is just, we've always had a good room out of all my years there, it's, good room for sure. And obviously the fans and you guys, like, it's we're really building something up here, I find, with the expansions of teams and everything like that. So
for sure, man.
It's exciting to be a part of.
It's so cool, like, seeing the WOAA and where it kind of stagnated out, and then seeing what this league has been able to become. And it's no slag on them. They did it for, what's that badge say, 1942? Like, that's That's World War II era, and they did it for all those years. But
Respectfully,
it was time to adapt. It was time to adjust. It was time to move forward, get more involved social media wise, doing stuff like this.
Absolutely, this is awesome.
And exactly those, we see it ourselves too with the joining with the EOSHL and all those things. Like, you can feel the growth of the league. And we're super excited, and I mean, you get to be part of a team in this league, and I mean, we're super excited to see where it goes, right? And hopefully for a few more years you're wearing the C and around, but I mean, that's
hopefully
that's life. You never know what happens.
I haven't talked to my wife yet.
Don't worry, we'll bring her on last right now. No, just kidding. So I want to ask you, as a former NCAA D1 hockey guy. And he was a Western Michigan Bronco, for those of you who don't know, so go Broncos.
Yeah.
Can you describe for some of the fans, especially the younger ones, what's the process you had to go through as a young kid when it came to like getting scouted and then committing to an NCAA D1 college?
Right, so I'm from Langton, close to here.
Yeah.
I played there till I was Pee-wee. We won the last OMHA championship.
Yeah.
Shout out Langton Leafs there.
There you go.
I think it was 05-06.
Yeah.
And then I made the jump to Brantford AAA. I played there for 3 years. I didn't get drafted to the OHL. Like a lot of, you really get deflated when you don't get drafted. Like, you don't live up the whole scheme of it.
For sure.
You don't need to be drafted at all. I'm here to tell you that right now.
Yeah.
I played 2 years Junior C in Norwich Merchants,
Yeah.
and I played a year Junior B Golden Eagles,
Yep.
which are now the Bears.
Yep.
And then after that, I went out west.
Yeah.
Played in the British Columbia Hockey League for a year, and I was able to get my scholarship from there.
Yeah.
So don't give up, kids. You do not need to get drafted to make a career out of yourself.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you're proof of it, right? And
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, man.
BCHL, I know you were a point per game guy. Like, you go out there. Not a lot of guys that go out there. Like, I think it was Denemy that we saw. He went out there. He played for 4 or 5 games and was off the score sheet. So it's not for everybody. BCHL's competitive. Like,
It was a big jump for sure.
oh,
Yeah.
100%.
I
Man.
was fortunate enough. I loved it up there. I had
Yeah.
a lot of fun. Man.
Yeah.
It
Well,
was,
and you were a point per game, right?
it was a good time. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, man. And we're so happy for you that, like I said, your journey ultimately led you back here where you
Yeah.
have your family and your friends out here. And
Absolutely.
there just happens to be a great hockey team in the area, too, that you can
Works out well.
wear the seat for, right?
I
So,
love it.
Leaf, why don't you go ahead?
How cool is it for you to be the veteran of this team, to see all the young, talented local guys showing interest in playing for the Thunder?
It's good. I remember when I was coming to the Thunder, I was like, oh man, like what is this senior league life? But like I say, I'm trying to make it good. Like the experience I had when I first started, those older guys looking after us. And
Yeah.
that's what I'm going to try to maintain. Good hockey room. And
Yeah.
Keep the boys interested.
For sure, yeah. We got like Baker, we got Forsyth out here tonight actually,
Yeah,
and
he's my centerman. He's a really good hockey
Brzezinski
player.
and some of these young guys, and
Great guys. They're all great kids.
for sure, and they're all
Love
connected.
it.
Like, they played vets and merchants like yourself years ago. Now, and I'm not calling you old or anything, but
Hey.
I don't want to get my ass kicked over here, but no, it's cool for us to see too, because that was one of the areas we didn't really have a ton of young guys last year. And I know that Stratford, we were tired after the Tilbury series, I know that, but one of the areas we needed to improve in was that speed and those young guys that haven't taken the beatings that guys like Finn and Tops and yourself have taken over the years, right? You need those fresh legs.
Get
And
out
now,
there and earn, baby. Like,
for sure, exactly, right?
Send
Go out
them.
there,
Let them
rip it,
loose. Yeah.
show them what's up, and I think the team that we got together, as by the way, an extremely amazing specimen of a human being just walked in.
There he is.
Scary guy,
Names.
Justin Abraham. He's going to be our next guest. Sorry to put you on the spot, but next week, Thunder Hour episode 8. This guy will be our guest. So yeah, just so you know, Abe's, you are second place in the voting to this guy. You took an early lead. We already said he took an early lead, but
I think a lot of my family voted for him.
well, you know what? I voted for you too. So. I think you voted for yourself too. I saw that. We were joking about that. We were like, I guess Abe's really wants to get on the show. So you're making a little cameo right here. But yeah, this guy whose head is under the camera. There he is. He's going to be on next week. And sorry to interrupt the little interview there, but you know, we had to show off this beauty. He's got to get his jersey on. We'll let him go. But it's good to see how here he is. We'll be in touch. But yeah, the young guys, I guess that's where I was off with that. Being able to come in, Forsyth, Baker, these young guys make a difference, right? Even Christo and Knox, they're still young guys. And,
Oh yeah, man.
I mean, Notter's been here.
They can wheel and deal, man.
Exactly. That's what we
Especially
love.
Notter. He's
Oh,
a good guy. Yeah.
he's been having a great year, man,
Yeah,
so
man.
far. Like, he's jumped up on a couple plays, and we're woo, like that last game. He undressed the whole defense.
He's getting some swagger to him, and I like it. Yeah.
For sure, man. And then you guys also like signed guys like Whalen and these guys that are, I mean,
another
Coots and
great
Thompson,
youngster,
like
beauties too, man. Like I
sure,
said,
man.
off ice, we got a great group. So.
oh, for sure, we're gonna have to make sure we get them on at some
Oh,
point
yeah.
too, because
Oh,
they're characters. I want to have both of them on at the same time. I think that'll be a pretty funny episode.
Absolutely.
But, yeah, so I was gonna go into the next kind of in closing. You started your own private hockey school
Yes, I
lessons
did.
type of thing, so I wanted to give you a chance to kind of let the fans know
Yep.
what you're all about, what to expect, and if you guys at home have a youngster that you're looking to help develop the skills for their future in hockey, this
I
is the
will
guy
help
who can
them.
help you out. So why don't you go and just tell us about your hockey school?
Yeah, basically, I was a kid that lived an hour away from everybody, right? Like I was like down by the sand hills, down by the lake, so there was nowhere close for extra stuff to work on and stuff like that. I have to go to Brantford, London, you know, even further places than that. So I'm trying to bring it back locally. You know, I want to go to arena even, and come out to practices. Yeah, I'm close by, so if you want extra skills, I'm here to help and here to offer that.
Where can we find you for that? Like Facebook?
Just Facebook right now. I'm getting a website together actually with Sags, our goalie. He's gonna help me out there.
Oh,
So,
nice.
we're gonna get a website going soon, and
There you
right
go.
now it's just Facebook right now, Michael Rebry Hockey.
Yep, so there you go. You heard it there. Michael Redbury Hockey. As I said, this is a character guy. He'll teach your kids the way to play the game properly, but also do it like you said. You show as a leader on the ice, the example you set, and that's a huge thing for youngsters. I know not everybody's cut out to be a leader. There's only one captain on every team, but when you come in to an organization, a new organization, you show that leadership quality. It's able to take you a long way, and this is a guy who can help teach your kids how to present that leadership on and off the ice. So
Appreciate that, Trey.
for sure, Rebs. We love you, man. We thank you so much for being able to do this with us. We'll let you get back to hanging out with everybody and getting some hockey card trading going on. But everybody, this has again been Mr. Mike Rebry, the captain of the Tillsonburg Thunder. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, Rebs.
Thank you guys. Thanks for having me.
It's been an honor to have you on tonight, and we'll be in touch in the future about doing some more things, some post-game interviews, whatever it takes.
Whatever you guys need, man, I'm here.
There you go. See, that's why this guy wears the C. So, for Leaf Dietrich, Mike Rebry, I'm Trey Hamilton, and we are signing off here from the Broadway Street Tim Hortons in Tillsonburg. We are at the hockey card trading event featuring the Tillsonburg Thunder. Once again, Mr. Mike Rebry, I hope you enjoyed. This was Thunder Hour, Episode 7. We'll see you next week. And are you ready, Leaf? Let's go, Thunder.